recorded live.
Good evening. This is Ronson Kilroy of CRZY News, interviewing the new candidate for Senator Anderson Quent, Jr. Mr. Quent, why did you decide to run?
Well, as you well know, my father, the late Senator Anderson Quent, was assassinated a couple of months back, and he spent a long career as a senator from here, Murgatroyd City. He represented Flattown. He represented Sawmill City. As you know, he brought the paper doll factory originally to this town with all of its thousands of jobs. And for many, many, many different reasons, it's time that I stepped up to the plate, tried to fill my dad's shoes, tried to do what he did and try to become a senator to represent this area. For one thing, there's a serial killer running loose that's claimed 21 victims now. And the mayor, God bless him, is as nice as a man as Paransky may be. Mayor Paransky is inept. He's not up to this. And this so-called investigator in charge of the serial killer investigation, Lieutenant Skitters, I know him. He's way over his head. He is not qualified, and they've never dealt with a serial killer before. We need to get some real experts in here. We need to get outside help to catch this killer. This has been going on for 4 years, and the body count just keeps going. And one of the first things I'll do if I'm elected senator is solve the Murgatroyd serial killer problem. I will see to it that the perpetrator is apprehended.
Is it true, sir, that Vincini Cosmetics is a major campaign contributor to your campaign? And is Fudiki Hiromoto, the Japanese business magnate, also a campaign contributor?
Well, it's much, much, much too early at this point. I'm not ready to discuss campaign contributors at this point. All of that will be revealed, when the time comes, when it's necessary, when we're closer to the election. But let me just say this about the lovely and wonderful Judy Vincini, whom, as you know, had a long-term relationship with my father, the late Senator Quent. She is the CEO of the Vincini Corporation. She's a wonderful lady. Let me just say that on a personal level, I regard Judy Vincini as a close personal friend. And, of course, as I said, I'm not going to name any contributors at this early stage, but all contributions are welcome to my election, and I appreciate all campaign contributions. Now, as to Fudiki Hiromoto, he is as you know, the Japanese business magnate who originally brought the paper doll factory to Murgatroyd to begin with, and now that it is burned down, he's in the process of trying to rebuild it and restore all of those jobs that were lost when Apron Head destroyed the paper doll factory, to bring all those jobs back to Murgatroyd. So I do consider Fudiki Hiromoto a great asset to Murgatroyd City, to Flattown, to Sawmill City, to this entire area. And once again, at this stage, I'm not ready to discuss campaign contributions.
What is your position on Flashy the Paper Doll?
I'm glad you brought that up. Well, first of all, she has rights. For one thing, she may not be completely human, and she may be artificially created, but she does possess human DNA. Therefore, she has human rights, and I believe those human rights are guaranteed by the Constitution. On this issue, I completely disagree with Imogene Slakowski, and it's not the only issue with which Imogene and I are in disagreement. And, of course, her father, Hubert Slakowski of the Divine Humanity Cathedral. They have both called Flashy an abomination, and as you know, both Mayor Paransky and Lieutenant Skitters are wasting their time trying to find Flashy the Paper Doll when they need to be concentrating on apprehending the serial killer. So if I'm elected senator, I will support the rights of Flashy the Paper Doll, her human rights. And you'll note already that Flashy has popular support. The skateboarders in Dead Center Park have been picketing. They've been rallying, advocating for her human rights. And a number of the general public, the general population supports Flashy. They support her. They do not agree with Mayor Paransky, Lieutenant Skitters, or Imogene Slakowski and her father Hubert. So I support Flashy, and she has popular support.
Well, we hope you have popular support, too, in the upcoming election. Thank you, Anderson Quent, for this interview.
Thank you very much, Ronson Kilroy. It's been a pleasure.